We just got videos show Orange County deputies shooting 2 men on the same day. Orange County, Florida? This is in California. What? Jonathan Grass. Yeah, well, I didn't know Florida had an Orange County. I thought Orange County was like only whatever. I guess states have an Orange County. The Orange County Sheriff's Office has released 2 video of deputies shooting men, one of whom died hours apart on June 7th. The first happened that morning behind the Save discount store on North Highwest Road. The video shows a deputy confronting Charles Jr. St. Fleur, 24, and the two start fighting. At one point, St. Fleur throws 2 guns toward a nearby fence. St. Fleur can be seen getting out of the deputy's grasp and start hitting him, at one point striking him multiple times in the head. Oh yeah, this dude was beating the fuck. Yeah, he was like beating on him. I guess we can see the video. Oh yeah, it's right there. Like punching him and shit. St. Fleur can be seen getting out of the deputy's grasp and start hitting him. Oh yeah. St. Fleur then runs over to where the guns are on the ground. He throws one over the fence, picks up the other, turns briefly towards the deputy, then throws the gun over the fence too. St. Fleur is then seen running away. That's when the deputy shoots him. St. Fleur was treated at the hospital and survived. He was later charged with 1 count of aggravated battery. Well, yeah, because he was beating up on a police officer. That's why he shot. On a law enforcement officer and 2 counts of carrying a concealed weapon by a convicted felon. At least he didn't use it. And he could have used it on that count. That would have been bad, right? He just threw it over the fence. Later that day, Orange County deputies shot and killed a schizophrenic man, Terry Washington Jr. Oh, this one too. Yeah, we were gonna see this. I have this article too. While responding to a call that he was off his medication and acting erratically in the street. The video shows Washington's mother telling them to find him at home and that his manic episodes are starting again. And that he had warrants out for missing court over not taking his medication, a condition of a previous release. The video shows Washington's father letting responding deputies in the house and telling them his son has a knife. Deputies called for him to exit a room and talk to them. On the video, Washington comes out of the room while holding something. Within seconds, deputies yell once for him to drop it, but he lunges, at which point he is fatally shot. He was 30 years old. Deputies said the object was a knife, and Washington was trying to stab the deputy, and the deputy who fired hurt his head when he fell into the bathtub, but is okay. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating both shootings. And then here's this one. Oh yeah, on Twitter. On Twitter. I was like, yeah, we got another one. We got another bogey. What is it? I was like, we got another bogey. Orange County deputy shoots, kills schizophrenic. Man armed with knife. Sheriff's house in wake of earlier shooting. Orange County deputy sheriff fatally shoots a schizophrenic man who tried to stab him Saturday afternoon, just hours after another deputy shot. An injured a man attacking him outside the discount store, according to Sheriff John Mina. Around 3:30 p.m., deputies respond to a house in the 200 block of Northern Ortman Drive regarding a 911 call about a schizophrenic man who was reportedly not taking his medication and acting erratically, breaking plates in the street. Mina said during a news conference a few hours after the incident. When deputies arrived, they met with the man's father, who was very calm, and he told them his adult son was in the bedroom with a knife, he said. Mina did not provide any personal details about the man who was killed. Our deputies were in the hallway for about 5 minutes trying to speak with the man. When the man suddenly exited the bedroom with a knife, and within 1 second tried to stab one of our deputies. He said he then grabbed the deputy's gun and tried to stab the deputy again. It's at that point our deputy used his service weapon, striking the man several times. Deputies rendered first aid until paramedics arrived and transported him to a hospital where he later died, Mina said. The deputy was also taken to the hospital where he was treated for his lacerations on the back of his head. He said the deputy likely was injured when he fell backwards into a bathtub while the man was attacking, and he might need a stitch or two, but he's going to be okay. Based on his decades of experience, the sheriff said the day's incidents show that people today are more willing to use violence against law enforcement. I've been doing this for 34 years and I don't think we've ever had 2 deputy involved or 2 officer involved shootings in one day, Mina said. You'll see the body-worn camera footage within 30 days. He clearly tried to kill our deputy. Florida Department of Law Enforcement will investigate the incident, as is standard in officer-involved shooting, and turn the findings over to state attorney's office. Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah, it didn't look too good. That fucking guy was off his rockers. He said once the review is complete, the sheriff's office will do an internal investigation. The deputy is being put on paid admin leave, also standard procedure. Earlier in the day, a deputy investigating a suspicious person behind the Save Discount store on North Highway Road in Pine Hills was attacked by the man when he kept him from fleeing. Deputy was punched in the face, head at least 20 times, and shot him when he tried to reach for a handgun that fell out of a bag he had. Mina said the man, who he declined to identify, was transported to a hospital where he was last transported in stable condition. The deputy, who also was not identified, was taken to a hospital to be checked for possible head injuries and was last reported in good condition. The sheriff said the man will be charged with aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, plus additional charges related to the firearms he had. He had like 3 firearms, right? He tossed 2 over the fence, and then I guess he had another one in his bag for some reason. Like, Jesus Christ, man. And then here's mayoral candidate Brad Lander, arrested inside ICE federal court building. I guess he tried to overstep his bounds and he got clapped.
See the judicial warrant. Let's go. You don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens. Sir, you don't have the authority to arrest U.S.
You don't have the authority.
You don't have the... I'm not obstructing. I'm standing right here in the hallway. I asked to see the judicial warrant. By asking for a judicial warrant?
But I asked to see the judicial warrant. Hombre. Pichi pendejo.
Sorry, no way. I'm safe. Where are you taking him? Hello?
Since you have no authority to arrest U.S.
Pendejo.
citizens, and with what authority?
No way.
With what
No
authority?
way. No way. No way.
All right. Hey, ball, please, number one. Hold on. Red.
Slam! No, no.
pasa nada. No, güey. Está sucio, está sucio. No, güey. ¡Ya, güey! ¡Pinche pendejo, güey! ¡Ya!
Pinche pendejo,
No
güey.
hace nada, güey. ¡Pinche gato! ¡Ya, güey! ¡Ya, güey! ¡Por favor, idiota!
Por favor. Ay.
Ah, te bañaste.
¡Pinche pendejo, idiota! Perdón.
Pinche pendejo, güey. Fuck you, Democrats. Bunch of dumbasses. No one's above the law, right? We got another retard alert. We got Ilhan Omar.
To be coming out of our country. I mean, I grew up in a dictatorship. And I don't even remember ever witnessing anything like that. To have a democracy, a beacon of hope for the world to now be turned into one of the worst countries where the military are in our streets.
Why don't you go to
without any
Somalia?
regard for people's
Huh?
constitutional
Why don't you
rights,
go back to your butt
while
pirate
our president
country?
spending millions of dollars propping himself up like a failed dictator with a military parade.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It
Somalia
is really
has
shocking, and it should
basically
be a wake-up
has
call
no
for
defenses.
all Americans.
It's just
to
a
say
sitting
this is
box to
not
get fucked in the butthole.
the country
Got a bunch of butt
we were
pirates
born
there
in.
trying
This
to
is not
fuck
the
with
country we
people.
believe in.
Yeah, no,
this is
okay.
not the country our founding fathers imagined, and this is not the country that is supported by our Constitution, our ideals, our values.
Go back to your
we
desert.
should all collectively be out in the streets rejecting what is taking place this week.
Go back to your sandbox where your own countrymen do some horrible things to your own fucking people. Peace, bitch. See ya. No one wants to be here with ya. In my country, I am forced to keep my mouth shut. But here I am free. Free to talk trash. Allah Akbar. I'm sorry, she's not a part of that culture, but about this country. In hopes that I can change it to a country where I am forced to keep my mouth shut. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, it's same with AOC. Right? It's the same thing. Doesn't make any fun. I think even AOC's from America too. That's the crazy thing. She's an American and she's like, "Oh, let's make this into a communist country."
Thank you. Thank you very much
What do we
for
got
joining
here?
me. In the year 2025, one might have hoped that the global community would be working together.
Ha! Global community, please. What a funny thing to say.
To address the existential threat of climate change, working to prevent
There is
future
no united front, faggot.
pandemics, working to address the massive levels of income and wealth.
There's a lot of we live in a day and age where there's a lot of fragility happening. Yes.
that exists, working to improve the standard of living of struggling people all over the world. But tragically, that is not where we are today. Quite the contrary. Instead of addressing the major crises that we face,
No one, you know why no one wants to face the major crises? Because it takes a lot of time and money. Yeah, I mean, just look at yourself, Bernie. You've been alive pretty much one of the right, well, if not one of the longest living motherfuckers on the planet, right? One of them, right? It's like, come on, man. You know the insides and outs. You were in the system. You know what's happening, you fucking piece of shit.
the world is now looking at the terrible war in Ukraine, started by Putin, which has taken hundreds of thousands of lives over the last 3 years. We are looking at the horrific war in Gaza, where, as we speak, thousands of Palestinian children are facing starvation.
Oh, so he cares more about
illegal war
he cares
policies.
more about
And now
other
we face a
people's
dangerous
countries than his
and
own
escalating war
country.
in Iran,
Damn.
which was begun in
I
violation
guess that's
of
where his
international
priorities
law
are.
by the extremist
Does not
Netanyahu
care for
government.
his own people.
And the main point that I want to
I
make
think
today
that's why a lot of
is
politicians
that it
have
is
fallen.
absolutely imperative that the United States
They have
not
lost their
be
way.
dragged into this war. Let me say a word
Sad
about
bunches
how
of
this war
fucking
began.
pieces of shit.
On Thursday, Netanyahu launched an illegal and unilateral surprise attack on Iran, bombing targets across the country and killing hundreds of people.
Okay, but then what about all the other terrorist organizations who are doing the same thing? So you just allow all these other terrorist organizations to do that? That's fine. But then when Israel goes in and tries to do something about some of these terrorist organizations, you're just like, oh no, oh you can't do this. No, this is against the law. This is war crimes. Right.
Iran has responded with attacks of its own, which have killed dozens of people in Israel. Whatever you may think of the corrupt and authoritarian Iranian regime, Israel's attack clearly violated international law.
Hey, maybe you should probably worry about your own country too, that has illegal aliens fucking killing your own citizenry. Huh. That's very strange why our priorities are all fucking over the goddamn place.
And the United Nations Charter. While every country has the right to defend itself, they do not have the right to launch so-called preemptive wars of this kind. But let's remember who Netanyahu is. He is a war criminal under indictment by the International Criminal Court for starving innocent people and killing civilians in Gaza. At this very
yes,
moment,
it's
in
always
Gaza,
about Gaza.
Israel
It's always
continues
Gaza
to prevent
this,
the
Gaza
UN
that.
from delivering
No,
humanitarian
America
aid.
this,
And
America
just
that.
today,
Always
in
Gaza
Gaza,
this, Gaza that.
Israeli tanks
Always
fired
China
into a
this,
crowd,
China that.
desperately
Taiwan this,
trying
Taiwan that.
to collect food, killing at least 59 people. So
Yeah,
it should
you
come
can see
as
where I'm
little
going with this,
surprise
right?
that Netanyahu ignored international law to start this war with Iran. But Netanyahu's decision to strike also
this is
directly
all I have to say.
contravened the express wishes of the United States, which was
then
seeking
there's
a
this one, too.
diplomatic resolution to the long-standing tensions around Iran's nuclear program.
Oh yeah, don't forget
In
that
recent
one
months,
assassination
the United
attempt.
States
You know.
has held 5 rounds of
then many
negotiations
more after
with
that.
Iran to resolve these long-standing concerns. Let me repeat. In recent months, the United States has held 5 rounds of negotiations with Iran to resolve these long-standing concerns. A 6th round of talks was planned for Sunday, but Netanyahu chose instead
Oh, man, I
to
don't
start
know.
this war. So let's be clear. Israel's attack was specifically designed to sabotage American diplomatic efforts. In fact, in its first round of strikes, Israel assassinated the man overseeing Iran's nuclear negotiating team. And let's also remember that U.S. intelligence has never indicated that Iran has made the decision to build a nuclear weapon. Just a few months ago, Trump's own Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, testified to Congress that, quote, the intelligence community continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, end of quote. But Netanyahu chose to attack, crippling diplomatic efforts and risking a full-blown regional war. He is now openly talking about regime change in Iran and threatening to kill
Illegal
the
alien, by
political
the way.
leadership of that country without any thought to the chaos that might ensue. Let's also not forget that the current Islamic regime in Iran is itself the product of a Western-backed coup in 1953 that overthrew the democratically elected government of Iran and replaced it with a corrupt autocrat. The critical question now is whether the United States will get dragged into Netanyahu's war.
Yeah,
In
you
my
forgot to
view,
talk about the other
that
times
would be
you
a
tried
disaster.
to coop them too, right?
The United States must not be involved with another Netanyahu war, not militarily or financially. The United States Constitution is crystal clear. There can be no offensive use of military force against Iran or any other country without an explicit authorization from Congress. No such authorization exists, and any U.S. involvement would therefore be illegal. The United States has already provided hundreds of billions of dollars to Israel over the last many decades. Last year alone, U.S. taxpayers provided
You
more
know
than
what a
$22
proxy is?
billion
A
in
proxy war
military
is
aid to
called,
Israel.
Mr.
Meanwhile,
Mr.
while
Sanders.
providing massive aid to Israel, we have Americans
you should know. You're in
sleeping
government.
out on the street,
How
unable
can a
to afford
politician not know
healthcare
these things?
or
Very
other
strange.
basic
Very
necessities.
strange indeed.
Enough is enough. President Trump ran as a supposed peace candidate. In his inaugural address, he said, and I quote, "My proudest
I'm
legacy
tired of this
will be
shit.
that of a peacemaker and unifier."
Yeah, I'm
That's
ready
what
to
I
get
want
the
to
fucking
be, a peacemaker and a unifier.
right, the
end
fucking
quote.
pitchforks and
Very
torches and say
fine
fuck
words.
all of you.
Trump should remember them today. Supporting Netanyahu's war against Iran would be a
Start fucking
catastrophic
stringing
mistake.
people up.
Instead of going to war, Trump must
You know,
work with the
start
international
fucking
community
hanging 'em.
to rein in Netanyahu.
We're gonna go
and
on a
urgently
lynching
push
parade, yeah?
for a diplomatic solution. Netanyahu's illegal attack has made the world a more dangerous place. The
Fucking
United
lynching.
States must not be a part of this war. Thank you very much.
Hey man, I don't want to lynch people, but I mean, look, you fucking you do dumb shit long enough, people are gonna be fed up with it. Soon enough, people are gonna start fucking hanging people. I mean, just look at the politician that went on a fucking assassination spree on his own fucking colleagues. Yeah, Bernie Sanders is with the faggotry group. There's no more to it. Anybody who tries to run defense for this piece of shit anymore, yeah, no, the motherfucker's cooked. These people are so fucking cooked. So much fucking for progeny.
Everybody's gonna need to give them some room. Please help us so we don't have to get uncomfortable. Thank you.
Room. Avi and I are making a path. We are going down to the podium.
This is a great photo op. Allahu Akbar. 72 virgins. I think he's. This is just him. I don't think. Kathy Hochul's so happy that she rescued a retard. Gotta love New York. Fucking corrupt goddamn place. Just like California. What is this? Inciting violent insurgency? Oh yeah, these are all the people that literally allowed bullshit to happen, by the way. Yeah, Nancy Pelosi didn't call in the National Guards, by the way. During your beloved Jan 6. That you guys want to fucking stand on a goddamn cross for. I mean, if you want to stand on that cross and burn, so be it. I'm just gonna fucking burn you all. Kathy Hochul on the arrest of Brad Lander. You want to know what I really think? It's bullcrap.
Want to know what I really think? Please, it's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
How dare they?
How dare they?
An elected
How
official
dare
who's
you?
been going down there for weeks
I
to
fucking
escort
pulled a Greta
people who are
Thunberg.
afraid to walk into a courthouse in the United States of America.
Oh my
Because
god, shut
despite
the
them
fuck
having
up,
legal
you dumb
status
fucking
and following
cunt.
the rules and making their appointments, that they don't know what's going to happen to them.
Yeah, New York is
Brad
probably
Lander has
one of the
stepped
most
up
corrupt
to
states
be a guiding
up
help
there
for
with
them.
California,
And this is what happens to them?
Chicago, right?
What the hell is happening to this country?
Washington.
I just left Little Haiti. People are being traumatized. Small businesses, people walking down the street. When I was there in August, the streets were mobbed. People were walking down the sidewalks. There were vendors everywhere. The traffic was crowded. Today, there was silence. People are living in fear.
This is why I'm like, oh yeah, we're not in a United States, even though we're under the assumption of the United States.
They
Yeah,
came here with legal status.
we're not really
Temporary protected
united.
status was
It's all
legal.
bullshit.
Tens of thousands of people came here with legal status, and it's literally ripped away
It's a
from them.
fucking fake facade. Especially when you have representatives like this who just fucking do stupid shit all the fucking time. What do we got here? The casual contempt that Melanie has for Macron is one of the great joys of modern politics.
Nothing official yet. They haven't turned on the microphones, and sometimes you can pick something up in the side conversations. But,
just fucking roll their eyes at him again.
nothing official yet. They haven't turned on the microphones, and sometimes you can pick something up.
He's
in the
like,
side conversations.
looks at. He was probably like, look, please side with us. Please side with us. And then she looks at him and is like, oh dear fucking god.
But nothing official yet. They haven't turned on the microphones, and sometimes you can pick something up in the side conversations.
A person. Yeah, she was being multicultural here. Yeah.
But
I like ballsy moves. Were you guys doing the sniffles with the party members? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm kidding. It was all a joke. It wasn't real. People were like photoshopping the image just like ever so slightly to make it look like it was some kind of baggie of drugs. What is this? Anne Burrell, Worst Cooks in America host and Food Network star, dies at 55. Uh-oh. Anne Burrell, a Food Network of chef renowned for her role as the host of the show Worst Cooks in America. I've seen that a little bit. Yeah. Back when I was watching TV, back when, during the time when I was in school, for fucking elementary, right? As a kid watching these fucking shit. Too bad she's gone now. I don't know what happened. Burrell rose to fame after serving as a sous chef on Iron Chef America starting in 2005. and later hosting her own Emmy-nominated show, Secrets of a Restaurant Chef. Her family remembered her as a cherished partner, sibling, child, step-parent, and companion whose radiant smile brightened every space she entered and whose influence reached millions around the globe. A Food Network spokesperson called her a remarkable culinary talent, teaching and competing while sharing the importance of food and joy a meal can bring. Her passing leaves a deep impact on the culinary community with her kindness, vibrant energy, and enduring affection continuing to be felt beyond her lifetime. You know who? Rachel Ray also got attacked a couple times, right? Her house broken into. She had her... she got stolen, like, she got stalked like 2 times or some shit. Had her house burnt down at one point. Right. Some people go through some shit things. Celebrity chef and non-responsive. Not release. Uh-oh. Usually it could mean a couple things. Right, died of natural causes. Right, you got that sudden heart syndrome or whatever that you just pass in your sleep. And then maybe drugs, but I don't think she was a drug user, so that I'm ruling that one out. I'm pretty sure she was a very straight edge, right? Didn't do any drugs. Maybe drank a little, right? Wine because she cooked a lot. But yeah, other than that, I don't. Let's see. Did they? Did they give a? Cause of EMS personnel, yeah. And another okay, so they're trying to oh, okay. We're gonna find out later. They're conducting examination. So. What do we got here? Bradlander, NYC comptroller and mayoral candidate, is arrested outside immigration court. Yeah, because he was trying to force his way into immigration court doing something stupid. And that's why he got fucking got. Costco opened a new standalone gas station. Huh. Why? Okay, I guess. Trump says, oh, maybe so they can mark up the gas on that one. Because Costco gas is pretty cheap. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll be the same price. Trump says U.S. knows where Iran's Khamenei is hiding out. Won't kill him. Yeah, I think we already talked about that yesterday. Panthers win Stanley Cup, beating the Oilers. Uh-oh, rip Oilers. Oilers got crapped on. Who's an Oilers fan? Yeah, all the Oilers? Yeah, sorry. You guys licked the fucking boot. Dig your own graves. Sorry. White House says Trump to leave G7 meeting in Canada early to return. Yeah, Jay Jones wins Democratic nomination. Virginia Attorney General. Immediately evacuate Toronto. Oh yeah, is there anything going on? Not really. Plead guilty on 4 counts in connection. Already saw that. U.S. and U.K. say they're cemented a trade agreement. Uh-oh. Tyler Perry sued for allegations of sexual harassment. Sexual harassment. Derek Dixon filed a $260 million lawsuit against Tyler Perry and his production companies on June 13th, alleging sexual harassment and assault during their work on the Oval. The lawsuit traces Dixon and Perry's relationship back to 2019 and details escalating abuse, including assault at Perry's home in Georgia and the Bahamas, amid promises of career advancement. Dixon claims Perry created a coercive, sexually exploitative environment, threatened Dixon's role after resisting advances, and caused severe emotional distress, leading to Dixon's resignation and lost income. Matthew Boyd, representing Tyler Perry, rejected the accusations, describing them as baseless attempts at extortion, and stated that Perry remains steadfast, confident that these false claims will not succeed. No trial has been scheduled yet, and the case is still being reviewed by the court, with Dixon pursuing injunctive relief, punitive damages, attorney's fees, in addition to his $260 million claim. Damn. Looks like, dude, what? Dude, ever since Cat Williams said that shit, it's like a wave of fucking, right, a wave of Hollywood motherfuckers are getting got by a bunch of cases, right? You got fucking Blake Lively doing that bullshit, right? You have this case. You got the, what's his face? The Flash dumbass, Ezra Miller, right? Got fucking Amber Heard, that dumb bitch. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking bullshit, yeah? Fucking Hollywood, man. Yeah, you got the Diddy thing too. It's like, oh. And he was, I mean, he was kind of a part of Hollywood. He did play in some movies, but he was more of a musician. But he has ties to Hollywood, so it's like, oh boy. The web, man. The web. The CDC virus expert resigns after RFK Jr.'s purge of vaccine advisors. Oof. Bernie Sanders, 7 other senators urge Democrats to break with billionaire donors. Why is Bernie Sanders saying that when he himself, it's what? Motherfucker, you do it yourself first. Motherfucker, practice what you preach, you lying fucking dead fucking weight piece of crap. U.S. to shut embassy in Jerusalem after from Wednesday through Friday. Oh yeah, because of the attacks. Judge says government can't limit passport sex markers for many transgender non-binary people. Germany begins evacuation from Israel via Jordan. IDF staff sergeant killed in Gaza. Multiple soldiers wounded in blast. Australian writer deported by U.S. over pro-Palestine blog post report. Trump tax bill would widen deficits by $2.8 trillion after factoring in economic impacts, CBO says. Senators call for security funding uptick. And Minnesota shooting spook Capitol Hill. Well, I mean, after all the shit that you guys caused, yeah, you guys are looking into more fucking security. I mean, just look at what Trump had to do because of you fucking asshats. He had to beef up his own security too. Cincinnati officer won't be charged in shooting death of teen who was holding a gun during a chase. Oh yeah, yeah. I heard about that one. Wait, was this the one? Or oh no, I was thinking of that other one. The 24-year-old. That was what, a couple days ago or something like that. Cincinnati officer won't be charged in shooting death of teen who was holding a gun during a chase. On June 17, 2025, Hamilton County Prosecutor Coney Pillich announced that no charges will be filed against the Cincinnati police officer involved in the May 1st fatal shooting of 18-year-old Ryan Hinton in East Price Hill. Pillich said the officer was legally justified because Hinton pointed a loaded gun at him during a foot chase, and the officer feared for his life. Police released body cam footage of the photos of a semi-auto handgun linked to Hinton. Through footage did not clearly show him aiming the gun at officers. One day after the incident, Rodney Hinton Jr., father of Hinton, was apprehended and charged with causing the death of retired Deputy Larry Henderson by vehicle. Wait, oh, it's this guy. So it was this one. This is the one, yeah, this is the cop killer. Basically, this, so what happened was the father, right, because of this incident, decided to go and attack another police officer who had nothing to do with the case and literally killed them. Don't know why, he just did that. He just, oh. So that's why they call, right, they basically call those kinds of people cop killers. With the trial scheduled for January 12th, 2026. Hinton's family disputes the prosecutor's findings and plans to file a civil lawsuit while the officer involved will not face charges, indicating official support for the use of force. But yeah, there you have it. ICE detains Utah college student after brief traffic stop, raising questions. John Duffy warns he will withhold infrastructure repair money from states that don't help the ICE rates. Got him. Get fucked. Hey, you don't want to help ICE? We're just going to restrict some of your federal funding. Trump criticized Hegseth over proposal of military parade, biographer says. Mobilized to support ICE in 3 states. Trump, oh yeah, because yeah, a lot of people are pushing back now, so they're probably mobilizing, right, military in a sense. Trump contradicts his spy chief on Iran's nuclear program. Honestly, I think the reason why Trump is like making people uneasy is because he doesn't want to tell anyone his plans. That's why that's why he's like always like wishy-washy on some things. Or well, he says one thing but then decides to do something else. Well, that's probably because he knows information and he's just hiding it. Like, yeah, no, fuck off. So he tells you one thing, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go do this one. Because, I mean, just look at what all the fucking news media outlets are doing. They're all fucking lying right, most of the time. Like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Captain Cook's missing ship found after sinking 250 years ago. Oh, really? Persona. Captain Cook. Or, well, it was Captain Kidd, whatever. Pope Leo is related to Madonna. Justin Bieber, what? Oh? Really? Elon Musk's ex sues New York to block social media hate speech. Alright, there we have it. Is this really home? We don't. What the fuck happened? Yeah, I don't know why this happens. I don't know if it has something to do with the browser. No, it's literally just this browser. Like, gets caught up in like resource management? I don't know. Anyways, nuclear. Are we going nuclear? Nuclear. Weeks away from having nuclear weapons. Okay. White House sends politicians and political influencers that include talking points used to justify. That's a stretch. Nuclear, 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 nuclear. Yes! All the nuclear! There's so... dropping the N-bomb! Oh yeah! With the hard R and the hard N, nuclear. No, what is this? The Iranian regime has released a video of a man stroking a nuclear bomb. Is this? Wait, honestly, this just makes it seem like in their media, it seems like they've been propping up that they've been using this weapon, right? This nuclear program to build nuclear weapons from this ad, right? So it's like I don't know if that's a good idea. 86 of Americans don't want Iran to get a nuclear weapon. I mean, yeah, pretty well. Is it 86%? I mean, sure. 60% don't want U.S. involved in a war with Iran. I mean, yeah. Only a statesman of the highest order can navigate a situation like this. Trump is made for this. Oh, man. Charlie Kirk. Oh. What is that?
President Trump throughout this conflict has been fantastic. I spoke to the president on Sunday and just told him, I said, your leadership has been so critical on this. And he made clear Iran is not getting a nuclear weapon, and he is standing with Israel. I believe our position should be we stand unequivocally with the state of Israel. And I'll make a point. Israel is doing an enormous favor to the United States right now. I believe the most acute near-term security threat facing America is the threat of a nuclear Iran, because the Ayatollah is a religious nutcase. He is a theocratic mass murderer. And when he chants death to America and death to Israel, he does so in front of mobs of people.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Look, when you're dealing with these religious fanatic groups of terrorist organizations, yeah, no, all they care about is wanting to fucking kill you. Yeah, no, they don't. Have you seen how many? Have you seen the incidences of those current, right, the bombings and shit? Yeah, no, they don't. They go Allah Akbar, literally. Like, go boom. Like, why do you want to help these people? They're coming to fucking suicide. Like, in your face. Like, they're coming to kill you. Saudi Crown Prince, the Ayatollah wants a project like Hitler?
Iran is not a rival to Saudi Arabia. Its army is not among the top 5 armies in the Muslim world. The Saudi economy is larger than the Iranian economy. Iran is far from being equal to Saudi Arabia.
But I've seen that you called the Ayatollah Khamenei the new Hitler of the Middle East.
Absolutely.
Why?
Because he wants to expand. He wants to create his own project in the Middle East, very much like Hitler, who wanted to expand at the time. Many countries around the world and in Europe did not realize how dangerous Hitler was until what happened happened. I don't want to see the same events happening in the Middle East.
I mean, that's... I hate to say it, but that's like 99% of the time.
Saudi Arabia
you
does not
literally will not know it happens until it fucking happens the day of. Or you just, you get smacked with it, literally. I mean, yeah. That's just how it is. Right, there's no minority report, right? I mean, there kinda is a little bit, but right, that's the CIA and FBI, obviously, fucking tracking that shit. But other than that, right, you don't everyday people don't know what's in the mind of other people too. No one knows. One day someone could go fucking buck wild and start going on a fucking murder bonanza. Oh yeah, maybe I should, Oh, what's this? I don't know who wants to, but Trump campaigned on preventing Iran.
Trump, they pointed out, was elected on getting us out of wars in the Middle East.
You cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon.
When did Trump suggest that Iran was even on his mind?
I mean, shit, you can even. I'm pretty sure you can even go back to his first term, and he was even talking about it too.
One thing if Trump had campaigned on stopping Iran's nuclear program.
Right.
Don't let Iran
I mean,
have nuclear
look,
weapons. That's my only
these
thing I
things
have to
keep
tell you
getting
today.
brought up
But for
because
Trump
we've been
to
in
just
this
voice this
situation
policy on us,
for
completely out of the blue.
decades.
Including Iran, we would have. They can't have a nuclear weapon. That's all. They can't have
decades.
nuclear weapons.
Okay.
It's too destructive,
these
too powerful.
positions
They
have
can't
not
have it.
changed all
Without
that much,
any warning.
to be honest.
I just don't want them to have a nuclear weapon.
Well, it's a betrayal, wouldn't you say? What else do you call it when you say one thing on the campaign trail?
They cannot have a nuclear weapon. That was the only thing. The one thing I said, you cannot have.
And another thing when you get into office.
You can't let Iran have nuclear weapons.
No, I don't want the U.S. to get bogged down in another war in the Middle East. I think many of the arguments regarding Iran are bogus, as I've said repeatedly on the show. But it also seems strange.
Yeah, it's all strange indeed. Yeah, I'm on you on that. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like, dude, what the fuck is happening? Oh. What is this?
And we know that your ultimate goal is to not allow them to have a nuclear weapon. What are your short-term goals for talks this weekend?
Only that. I want them not to have a nuclear weapon. I want Iran to be a wonderful, great, happy country. But they can't have a nuclear weapon. And we're negotiating with them on Saturday. We have a big meeting with them.
What do you hope to come?
And right now
2
we have a
months
meeting
ago.
with President Putin as we speak. There's a meeting going on right now. But with Iran, I want them to flourish, but they can't have a nuclear weapon.
And we know that your ultimate...
There you have it. Wait, is this a montage of over 16 minutes of him saying you can't have a nuclear weapon? Jesus. Oh yeah, there you have it. Ted Cruz. Oh, is this him?
How many people live in Iran, by the way?
Is this him?
I don't know the population. At all? No, I don't know the population. You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple? How many people live in Iran? 92 million. Okay. Yeah, how could you not know that? I don't sit around memorizing population tables. Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government. Why is it relevant whether it's, it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant? Because if you don't know anything about the country... I didn't say I don't know anything about Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran? They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay, this is cute. It's not even... You don't know anything about Iran. So okay, actually I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran. You're a senator who's...
I mean, Iran was Persia before, yes. I don't know what's going on. I think Tucker Carlson's just trying to get like clicks, or well, not clicks, clips. Right? He's just trying to get. Right? He's a journalist, and he knows how to play he knows how to play media game. Right? He knows how to farm clips. That's what he's farming for. That's how a lot of these streamers do. Just look at a lot of politicians who do that, right? Look at the news media outlet. They try to farm clips. I mean, it's like that's just how it is.
People live in Iran, by the way. I don't know the population. At all? No, I don't know the population. You don't know the population of the country you seek to topple? How many people?
Yeah, I don't think anybody cares. If they're coming to kill you, why would that matter? Right? I don't think it matters.
Live in Iran. 92 million. Okay. Yeah, how could you not know that? I don't sit around memorizing population tables. Well, it's kind of relevant because you're calling for the overthrow of the government. Why is it relevant whether it's, it's 90 million or 80 million or 100 million? Why is that relevant? Because if you don't know anything about the country... I didn't say I don't know anything about Okay, what's the ethnic mix of Iran? They are Persians and predominantly Shia. Okay, this is cute. It's not even, you don't know anything about Iran. So actually, I am not the Tucker Carlson expert on Iran. You're a senator who's calling for the overthrow of the government. You're the one who don't know anything about the country. No, you don't know anything about the country. You're the one who claims they're not trying to murder Donald Trump. You're the one who can't figure out if it was a good idea to kill General Soleimani, and you said it was bad. You don't believe they're trying to murder Trump? Yes, I do. Because you're not calling for military strikes against them in retaliation. And if you really believe that... We're carrying out military strikes today. You said Israel was. Right, with our help. I said we. Israel is leading them, but we're supporting them. Well, you're breaking news here, because the U.S. government last night denied, the National Security Council spokesman Alex Pfeiffer denied, on behalf of Trump, that we were acting on Israel's behalf in any offensive capacity. No, we're not bombing them. Israel's bombing them. You just said we were. We are supporting Israel. This is high stakes. You're a senator. If you're saying the United States government is at war with Iran right now, people are listening. Okay.
Yeah, honestly, it's just semantics, pretty much. I mean, that's what news media outlets do. They farm for clicks, semantics. Right, they love playing with words, right? And Tucker Carlson is even if he's right, even if he's for the America, he's still gonna do it. Whatever he can do to farm some clicks. What do we got here? Yeah, this was the Republican South Carolina State Representative father and husband, Robert John May III, has been arrested for distributing over 200 child files, let's just say, under the username Joe Biden 69. Yikes. Yep, right here. R.J. May. State Rep Robert R.J. May of Lexington County, who founded a hardline conservative House faction and ran campaigns against fellow Republicans, is in law enforcement custody facing potential federal charges. Fucking deserve. The U.S. Attorney Office in South Carolina, which has been investigating May after seizing various computer hardware at his house last year, declined comment. Exact charges against May are expected to be made public as early as Thursday. Dane Phillips, May's attorney, declined comment. The Lexington County Sheriff's Department briefly listed Robert John May, 38, in custody at its jail late Wednesday afternoon, but then removed that posting. The posting did not list a charge against May, but said hold for DUSM, initials for the Deputy U.S. Marshal. May was taken into custody Wednesday afternoon at his house, according to a source familiar with the investigation. His arrest on Wednesday comes after months of speculation around political circles after a house at Lake Francis Drive in West Columbia belonging in... Get the fuck out of here. Belonging to May was searched August 5th by agents of the Homeland Security Investigations Unit, a law enforcement agency within the Department of Homeland Security. Homeland Security Investigations officials seized a laptop, a tablet, 4 cell phones, 4 hard drives, 4 SSD cards, 2 DVD-Rs, and 19 thumb drives. Homeland Security Investigations conducts federal criminal investigations into child exploitation, human trafficking, and the illegal movement of people, goods, money, contraband, weapons, and sensitive technology into, out of, and through the U.S. May is married and has 2 young children, according to state records. May started the House Freedom Caucus as part of a movement for hardline and conservative legislation to be passed in the South Carolina House. He often referred to members of the House GOP caucus as Republicans in name only. After May founded the group, he served as the vice chairman. The group elected new leadership ahead of the 2025 session. Late Wednesday, the House Freedom Caucus called on May to resign from State House. State Rep Jordan Pace, R. Berkeley, the current chairman of the group, said May has been expelled from the caucus and had been involved in operations since August 2028. And so he was already booted since 2024. The group has been known to use attention-grabbing tactics while calling for limited government. The group said in December that May had been suspended. Despite the raid and being suspended from the House Freedom Caucus, May regularly attended session in 2025 but rarely made speeches or public comments on the floor of the House. He sat at his desk in the back of the room and voted when necessary. May won a 3rd term in the State House District 88 in November after being the lone candidate to appear on the ballot. He received a write-in challenge, but May easily won. His political consulting from Ivory Tusk ran campaigns for conservative candidates, including members of the Freedom Caucus. So he was still in still doing politics, even though he was doing some shady shit. What is this? Oh, this is which appears to be targeting streamers by meticulously enforcing multi-streaming TOS. Oh yeah, I was gonna watch this one. Interesting. Okay. So even Yeet watched it, or someone watched it. I think this is the video right here, right? Zach Bussey. I've referred to them as people who exploit the mentally ill for monetary gain, but you do it, I guess. Axios, Twitch CEO Dan Clancy said he refers to the live streaming platform creators as people who game rather than gamers. Yikes. Ha! Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to push it back a little bit, because Dan's a retard a little bit. Sorry. But, you know, you do you, because he's bought out by Amazon now, so it's like, oh. He is boned. U.S. wage growth, best in 60 years. Next to immigration and economic policies rests on a simple and sensible premise. In short, when you deport illegal immigrants, native-born American workers will see their wages rise. We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. He is an easy target, but is safe there. We are not going to take him. Whoa, kill. At least not for now. But we don't want missiles shot at civilians or American soldiers. Our patience is wearing thin. Thank you for your attention to this matter. FBI asks spy agencies to destroy intel on alleged China plot to aid Joe Biden in 2020 election. Oof. Do we gotta pull out? He said unconditional. Sir. Sir. I have a funny bit.
He died like a dog.
Died like a dog. Yeah, he might get him like. Okay. It is my great honor to announce that I will be putting up 2 beautiful flagpoles on both sides of the White House, north and south lawns. It is a gift from me of something which was always missing from the magnificent place. The digging and placement of the poles will begin at 7:30 a.m. EST tomorrow morning. Flags will be raised at approximately 11 a.m. EST. These are the most magnificent poles made. They are tall, tapered, and rust-proof. Rope inside the pole, and the highest quality. Hopefully, they will proudly stand at both sides of the White House for many years to come. What the fuck? Why? Trump wants to plant 2 big old flagpoles 100 feet tall right on the one north one. Thanks, Grandpa Rico. All these arrogant people out there criticizing Trump and his support of not allowing Iran to get nuclear missile. I see them posting things like, when did Iran ever bother us? These people are either young or don't read history books, or both. Probably both. FBI asks spy agent, take the poll, take the poll. I have not reached out to Iran for peace talks in any way, shape, or form. This is just more highly fabricated fake news. If they want to talk, they know how to reach me. They should have taken the deal that was on the table. Would have saved a lot of lives. Oh, I guess some of the news media outlets are like, are you lying about striking a deal or some shit? We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment, and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Nobody does it better than the good old USA. God damn it. Fucking Trump. Yeah, we read that one. Complete over control of the skies. I have no— oh, okay, yeah. We've read that one. Okay, that's it. Alright, that's all the readings for now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow. You know the drill. Thanks.